Hey guys, what's up? It's your favorite mystic, TheSirenSayz, and we're back on my commentary channel where I speak about movies, TV, and soon-to-come books, and the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything I like and dislike, all within those frames of media. Now, disclaimer, as I said again, it's just a TV show. It's basically a soap opera. Nothing really matters, but we're gonna talk with a little bit of passion because, that's what you're here for. Also, I might call Tyler Perry Tyrone Perry when I'm upset with him. It's just a little tagline. It's whatever. Also, trigger warning. There is a boo-boo. If you watch my last video, a boo-boo stands for ABUSE. Yeah, I can't say it because YouTube be doing that shadow banning stuff. So yeah, a boo-boo stands for that. What else can I disclaim? Oh, if I dislike somebody, it's just because this show has done everything that they can to make the person dislikable. And I'm talking about, for instance, if I dislike somebody that other people like the show just made them unlikable. Complain to your mama. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you have an opinion, say it down below. If you agree or disagree or have a thought that I did not think of, say it down below. I'm here for it. Okay? Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so you guys know how I do this. I go character by character. But before I do that, just a quick second thing. I know I said that I was going to get this on by Fridays, but these might come out on Saturdays. Only because there is some stuff I need to compile to make the videos look as good as they always look. And sometimes that takes a little bit longer. So whenever you see these videos, they will be on Saturdays. So sorry, okay? Anyway, let's go character by character. Let's get into Karen, Aaron, and Pat. I can't remember her name. She's annoying me so much. So Aaron is about to find out about what happened to the salon because he's on the phone with Karen's assistant, and when she reached there, she was like, "Oh my God, the salon!" So he's about to find out about that. I'm only bringing them up now because the least happened with them, and everything else I was totally right about. So we're gonna see. She is so oblivious. Pam. Her name is Pam. Pam is so oblivious. What? I don't understand why she doesn't understand. Oh my God, the salon. How could this happen? Ma'am, how do you think that this happened? How do you think that? I have a few ideas. I have quite a few ideas as to how this could have happened. Since we're just asking questions, I have an idea. She upsets me. Aaron is still going with the whole "it's not what you think" thing, and like I said before, it's going either of two ways. Either Tyler Perry is going to make it be that he decided to sleep around a little bit and one of the girls liked him too much, or it is that he's lying about it and he's in some giant trafficking ring. Who knows? You know how Tyler Perry is. He's either gonna make it make sense or turn into the Oval where it makes no sense at all. Do you guys want to talk about the Oval? Because I'm actually going to catch up on it. I haven't seen the last season or two. I'm going to catch up on it because I need some mindless fun. And I feel like I could complain about some more Tyler Perry stuff. I could do that. But, yeah. Yeah, that's it with them. Karen is in there, doing her Victoria Monet. There should be like that back shiny smoke. Let me stop. And then they're trying to bait us out with whether or not she's dead by saying that there's a body. Yeah, the body is fine. She's alive. You're not fooling anybody. I'm not fooled. Anyways, let us get into this, right? Next character, let's just get into Sabrina, right? Sabrina and Calvin and Maurice. All right, so Calvin is, letting her know what's happening. She's obviously very flummoxed. She doesn't understand how Maurice can be this dumb. And here's my thing about it, right? Like, this is your friend. Like, you know how he can be this dumb. Like, let's not sit here and pretend that you don't even understand how he could do something so reckless. Like, to me, it's quite obvious how he could be so reckless, Sabrina. Okay? Oh, and I want to say she's not a very good friend, because why hasn't she, called her bestie? Why hasn't she called her bestie? I'm kind of confused on that. Just a little bit. Like, girl, why haven't you called up? Like, I would at least expect Sabrina to like check up on Danni and be like, hey this, hey that, But instead she's, I don't know. I just thought that was really weird. And it brings a point to what I've been hearing people say about how they don't treat Danni right and how she needs new friends. Because at first I was like rolling my eyes, because I'm like, every friend group has this weird dynamic. But to be honest, I wouldn't really want to have a friend group like Danny's. So maybe there definitely is some truth. Because, one thing that people say, or at least one thing that I would say, is that, hey, most of them are trash, but at least Sabrina is good to them. But I saw somebody say that the only reason Sabrina and Danni are close is because Sabrina is like trailing behind Danni and Karen to pick up their scraps, and to be like the go-between between them and Danni when they feel like Danni is not somebody that they can have a proper conversation with at the time. And I'm like, you know what? That's true. That is true. When it comes to their friendship dynamic, Sabrina seems to like wish she could be in the inner circle with them, but even those two don't really include Sabrina, because she has this morality complex that they cannot live up to, because they're always making dumb decisions, Karen and Andy, and so they just leave her here with Danni, who is willing to accept that Sabrina, because Sabrina is one of her closest friends. But it's like, very interesting, I will say. I do want to bring up, though, that I loved her energy towards Maurice, though. I love Sabrina's energy towards Maurice. I was like, yep. Let that nigga get it. Because I don't even partially understand. I don't even partially get why you been letting him talk to you and treat you like this for this long. Like, yep. Alright, get it that. I was so proud of her. I was like, you better talk to him like that. I don't know. He's just so rude and stupid. And so now, of course, you see in the teaser, he's planning to get some of his hombres to deal with Q and somehow get Q to talk. Hopefully it works, but it's still reckless, so it might not. And would we be shocked? No, we wouldn't. Because like I said, Tyler Perry has 2 storylines per character going on at any certain time. And the 2 storylines for Maurice is either the ombre thing will work or it won't. So be prepared for either eventuality. Alright, he was also pushing the will they won't they with Sabrina and Calvin. You know how I feel about that. Me and Calvin, it's a no-no. It's a giant no-no for me. However, I don't like how the next episode was framed. It was kind of framed like, I want to call him Obi-Wan, but it's Bio. It's kind of framed like she's using Bio like a sugar daddy. I don't advocate for that at all. Like, he actually likes you. Like, if you don't like him because you're into Calvin all of a sudden, you need to just tell him. Okay? You need to just tell him that you like Calvin and tell him that you just want to be friends. I know at this point he might just charge you for the $1 million, but like, Girl, that's the price you pay, letting niggas spend a whole lot of money on you when you don't even have the tact to keep your interest going. It's just my personal opinion, I'm just saying. But yeah, I don't ship her and Calvin. I don't. So if she decides to get with Calvin, she just goes lower into the I don't care category, okay? Alright. So, one thing I did want to say as well, when we go into the next character, alright, who is next now? Wow, barely anybody did anything, so let's just get into Andy and them. Let's shelf Andy for a second. Let's just get into Tamara and Hayden. Yeah, now I remember Tamara's name and I forget Hayden. Yeah, so she is planning to use him, and none of us are shocked by this, but here's the thing, right? She's planning to use him. She hates that Fatima is talking down to her, so we have a problem. She's going rogue. She feels like she can make this money on her own. She's going completely rogue, and that is a problem because we don't really know how that is going to fare for Fatima. We don't know how that's going to fare for her. So here's what I suggest Fatima do. Call your mob boss, all right? Your little mob boss friend. Get your mob boss. Your mob boss, I think it's your cousin, your mob boss cousin, okay? Get your little mob boss cousin and get her out of here. Because I am telling you right now, this is not going to go well. She's going to mess up. All right? And when she does, you're going to get found out. And then Zach, the person you care about the most, will fall out as well. Like, this is not going to go well for anybody. All right? This is not going to go well for anybody. And I honestly feel a little sorry for you. I will say, as this episode was going on, once it reached to Fatima and Zach, I got a little annoyed because so much was happening. And so much that really doesn't mean anything. But so much was happening that I just felt like it didn't even make sense to come here to them. I was like, I don't care about this. Like, I don't care about what they got going on and whether or not his son has a good life. Like, nobody cares. This is called Sistas, not the black people. Like, this does, they don't matter. The other people, the other men who are not connected to the main women do not matter. And I know technically Fatima is a part of Sistas, but not for real. Not for real. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just started to realize that I really just don't care about them anymore. Like, I don't even care to see them. They're not cute to me anymore. Which means that the writing has really gone down. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, we had a stupid scene with Hayden and them, but Hayden about to get played in any sort of way. He getting played. Gary had a stupid moment where he was acting like he could tell Hayden anything about being too dumb for a woman. Like, okay, Gary. Hayden had to call him out a little bit. I was all for it. I was like, call him out, because I don't know who he think he talking to, honestly. Anyways, in any case, let's go to Zach and Fatima. Like I just said, nothing is really going on with them. They're just trying to work out the baby thing, and Fatima's trying to work out the Tamara thing, barely. And it's gonna pop off in the next episode. There's some guy living at her house that has been taking care of the son, and they've barely been taking care of the son, so they feel there's a problem. But the guy is a gangster, and Zach is going back to prison, guys. That's all I can tell you at this point. Zach is going back to prison. All right, Andy and Gary, what did I say? I said in the last episode that Tyler Perry seems to think that after something very traumatic or crazy happens, that we can get a cool down by watching Gary and Andy. I don't understand why he thinks that that's what we need to relax with. I don't get that. So once again, right after we get to see Danni be a boo-booed, then the scene transitions to Andy and Gary, and I hate it. I hate it with every fiber of my being. Why? Why? No answers? I didn't think so. It was annoying. I don't even want to talk about it. She finally put her foot down, but not really, because as soon as he kept trying to be like, okay, I'll just be quiet and just lay here, she just kind of just let him. It's like, girl, kick him out. Leave him. Good God. Like, it's not that hard. It may be hard afterwards, but you actually have to let him go first to go through the hard part of let him go emotionally. You have to actually physically let him go too, Andy. You're never actually going to go through the hard parts of this if you never go through the most difficult part, which is letting the person go. Good grief. Alright, I don't care about Andy. I barely care in this episode. She was acting all high and mighty like she usually does. I need Robin to come back. I don't know why they're really lengthening out this reveal of what's gonna happen with the company. Let Robin come back, please. Okay, last but certainly not least, Danni and Preston. I thought my heart was cold and frozen over, but it thawed a bit, seeing a bit of the old Danni and Preston dynamic. And it's not necessarily a healthy dynamic, but it was a dynamic that made me feel things, and I missed it. And you know, seeing Preston come up on Danni like that, and their banter after the abubu. I'm going to talk about the good parts before I talk about the bad parts. Their banter after the abubu, him convincing her to let him stay the night and then let him stay a couple days after. It was just so them. And then the way she, instead of being angry at him, she finally cracked down. They went back to their playful little banter where she says, I don't get you white people, and he's just like, it's alright, Danni, I'm country. You know, like, they're just their cute little banter, you know. I missed it. Okay, and this is why I appreciated them. This felt like a break. Even though their journey is one of the most dramatic right now, them going back to this even for a second felt like a break. I felt relaxed watching them. I was smiling watching those two. And I kind of even liked that Danni was finally just like, hey, look, if you want to be here, you want to be here. But I think she a weirdo for allowing you to be here when she wants you, though. And being so understanding. I don't get that. And I like that because it's showing that she's not going to push him away actively anymore. She's just like, hey, if she's willing to let you stay here with me, that's her business. Just know that it couldn't be me. And Danni, same. Oh, it's been such a while since I could relate to Danni. I've missed this. I've missed this place. Oh. So let's talk about it. I normally don't go scene by scene, but we have to talk about the abubu. So Danni comes home after, you know, getting Andy to shut up in the car. Masterful work. Jonah, the abubuzer, was there, wanted to finish the job, but she got the jump on him. But however, he was a guy, and even though she's bigger than him, he got the teach. He switched everything around, and I was so upset because Preston was right there, but then he thought she was having sex. I was like, Preston, no, please go in there, Preston, please. And it looked like he wasn't, but I was like, no, he has to go in there. But I was just so stressed out because she was being a boo-booed right in front of my face, and I was like, Preston, if you don't go in there, please. And then I had one of the happiest moments I've had in a long time watching seasons, seeing Preston beat the crap out of Jonah, and then having Preston and Danni kick the ever-living sugar honey iced tea out of him. I loved it. I loved every second. I was like, oh my god, oh, I love how they're bonding. Let me not laugh. I'm not feeling well, but I loved it. Honestly, everything that had to do with Danni and Preston was the best part of the episode, which is saying something since that was also one of the most traumatic parts. Apparently he got out of jail again. He must be connected. In the next episode, you're seeing that his ex-wife or ex-girl is warning Danni that he out of prison. I think it's very interesting. Like, why were you traveling with this man? Why didn't you like Like, you saw that he was interested in Danni. Why didn't you warn Danni that this man is abusive? Like, women, I know you don't know a girl. How dare she? How dare she? But if you know somebody and you know something that's bad about them, just go to her and tell her. If she wants to take it or not, that is her business. You evangelized. You told her the truth. You told her the good word, which is the truth. And you leave it at that. What they decide to do after that is their business. Please, just be that type. I'm just saying. Anyways. So yeah, Preston is making it clear to Danni that he's very much in love with her, and he's gonna do whatever it takes to protect her right now because she needs some protecting, and he don't care if she want to be strong or not. He gonna be there to protect. And I'm like, thank you. Because one thing I didn't get to say that they were saying a lot in the last episode, I'm not strong like you, Danni. I'm like, girl, are you dumb? Were you not there when she ran to your office because of the first time that Jonah boo-booed her? Like, I just hated that they were putting that narrative on her. And that's why I like her with Preston. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Preston allows her to rest, to relax, to not have to do everything herself. And I'm talking about in her linear life. I know she relies on her friends for certain things. But like when she's by herself, she's still known as the tough one. Like, as much as she'll ask her friends for gas money and for food, like, because that's really all she asks them for. She's still seen as the strong one, like the one who would go to prison. Like when Sabrina was in prison, all they kept saying was, almost like they were saying it should have been Danni, because it's almost like if it was Danni, Andy wouldn't even have been working as hard to get them out. Now, hold up. I'm not saying Andy wouldn't have tried to get Danni out. She definitely would have moved heaven and earth to get Danni out. But the quickness with which she needed to get her out, because we don't want Sabrina to get corrupted, she wouldn't have needed to work that fast if it was Danni. Let's just be honest. They made that so clear through the whole Sabrina prison arc that Danni, like, Karen, everybody was just like, oh, I thought it would have been Danni, like Danni is a ruffian, Danni is ratchet, Danni be living the type of life, like Danni is the ghetto. Like, there's just a lack of respect for her that is there. But Preston respects her, and that's why I love him so much. He doesn't want her to shoulder the burden. He doesn't want her to be that strong woman all the time. He wants to be able to take care of her, to cook for her, to alleviate some of the burden, so that she doesn't always have to be on guard. Okay, see, being on guard doesn't help anything. She's always on guard, she always strong, she always on 10. But Jonah still could have killed her more than once, though. So that's all I need to say about that for right now. I'm not falling for it, though. I enjoyed these Preston and Danni moments, but I'm not gonna think that everything is just completely gonna go back to how it was. I know how Tyler is. He likes to bait people, especially when he feels like he might be losing them. He'll be like, all right, I'm losing them. Let me just add in a few scenes of what people have been begging me for, and then go back to my regularly scheduled type of writing. So guys, if anything in this episode made you super happy, I agreed, some great stuff happened this episode, but please be reminded that this is Tyler Perry and we cannot trust it. Just had to say that. All right. Anyway, this video is going to be significantly shorter, but I had to say what I had to say. It's not even going to be 30 minutes. Aren't you guys so lucky? Anyways, we'll see you in the next episode. I don't know when this will come out. I'll try to get it out as soon as possible, but the latest will be Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave some thoughts. And let me know what you thought of this episode, because I was like happy but upset and annoyed. And I also don't care. So all the feels. And I'll give Tyler Perry that. He's always able to get me to feel something, whether it be positive or negative. And I guess that is a point towards his writing, I guess. Anyways, see you guys. Goodbye, my sires. Sue.